Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. So, um, this is really a video that was inspired by Eminem. So, I grew up fucking when I was in my teenage years. His shit was fucking, that's when he fucking got big. There was a point that I could literally recite just about the whole album from memory. His first one. So anyway, man, that goes back for me. It goes back to days, and it. So a lot of memories associated with his music and da da da. And I've been watching, I actually just started rewatching a lot of his newer stuff the past couple years of my life. And I like what he's done. I like a lot of the changes he's made, and just the stuff that he's continuing to create is it shows his growth, and it's inspiring, it's emotional, and it's passionate, and his rapping skills are fucking amazing in my opinion. However, there's a darkness, and there is an animosity that I pick up from in his music and his spirit that speaks of somebody who's deeply hurt inside, and also somebody who's perhaps unwilling to share their love with the rest of humanity. When I say love, I don't just mean their heart with another female, but also just opening up to the whole world. I feel like he's put a lot of walls around himself to protect himself, which I get because I've done that shit myself at times, and I know a lot of other people do, and it's a survivability thing. So I'm not bashing anybody for that shit, but at the same time, that will keep you from being able to fall in love. Just and it's what I'm really trying to get at. I mean, that's true too, but it's also I see it, and it's not just Eminem. It's a lot of these celebrities I watch. I see they have all this money and shit, and these fucking houses and these paintings and these mansions and these cars. Yet they don't really have a loving partner. They don't have any loving relationships with other human beings, or they don't even have a lot of love within inside themselves. And this goes back again to, in my opinion, it's just not, when so much of the world is suffering and there's so many problems going on in the world for some people who have literally hundreds of millions of dollars. And if you're somebody like Eminem or any of these other celebrities, it's easy as fuck for y'all to make money, bro. People love you guys. We've grown up with y'all's music and your movies, especially. I mean, I say musicians are creators in themselves. I mean, so some people in the Hollywood industry, they wrote scripts and did things too, so they have a lot of creative energy. But if you're able to create things out of your own spirit, that means you have a real good connection to God. So if you have a good connection to God, then that means you're essentially kind of like a chosen one, if you want to call it like that. Or just, I don't even like using that terminology. It just means you have a good connection to creativity, which is God. So if you do have that, to respect that connection would be to help out creation. Okay, so if you have a ton of money and you ain't doing anything good to help out with creation, that's going to weigh on your heart. This is why I think it's hard for you guys who are in this type of situation to find truly loving relationships, and even also to have love within yourself. Because he just made a video talking about how he's alive, which is beautiful, and I'm glad that he's alive, because I was a little worried he was going to kill himself, to be honest, or something bad. But at the same time, in the video, he's giving the finger. He's telling people to fuck you. And it's dude, I mean, that energy is going to come right back at you, Eminem. This is why you have so much pain. This is why you have so much hurt. This is why you have such this aggressive spirit that wants to fight. And this is also probably why females, at a certain point, they don't want to fuck with you, because you give off a very aggressive, violent vibe, dude, too violent. There's a time and place for violence, and I've shared my experience with it, but you can be too much of anything. You can drink too much water and that will kill you. You can have too much sunshine. I mean, as a white boy, I mean, I don't know, everybody's different. I'm just saying that too much is too much of everything. Yeah, if the sun is too hot out there, it will fucking cook your ass, even if you're melanated rich, and you can die from heat exhaustion. So, obviously, too much violence is too much, is bad. Too much rage, too much aggression, too much of that bloodlust, that anger, that not knowing what to do with these emotions in a healthy way will fuck you up and fuck other people up, and it'll push people away, especially females. So, man, it's just, I'm trying to, like I said, I know a lot of you guys probably think I'm just doing this to get money and this and that, and it's no, not really. I feel like I could relate to these motherfuckers, and I don't have anybody else in my life that I can really talk to, so it's at the end of the day, just talking to these cats would be cool. But there's also this project is also here to help you guys out. You guys think of it like you're just helping me out and help us the rest of the world out, but you don't realize what this could do for your spirit and your heart and your connection to God if you were to choose to help out. Okay, because this will give you an opportunity that is based solely in love. People that will be coming here and joining here, the only intent that is required is to be in a loving and harmonious relationship with everybody else and everything else, and not to hurt people, not to offend people, not to call people names, not to be mean to people, not to give people the finger. Okay, just like to grow in positive ways, to stop with this negative bullshit. Like, it's okay if we all get, if you want to express yourself and you feel a certain way, that's fine, you know, but to do so in a slandering way, to do so in a meaningful way, to do so in a way to intentionally harm somebody that's just doing their own fucking thing, like, that's not good, that's not right, and that's not what God wants, in my opinion. This is also what holds people back from really being able to love themselves and other things, is when they continue to project this type of animosity, this type of hate towards their fellow human beings or fellow creatures. That's why it's even said to love your enemies. Like, I really, at the end of the day, I get heated up and fired up and da-da-da-da-da, this and that, but I still got love for them. I still respect them. I still know they got to do what they got to do. It's all part of the game. So that's also how they get you tripped up, is by getting you all heated up and getting you all fucked up and feeding off that conflict, feeding off that energy, and then you become their victim. You're feeding them instead of you being able to feed yourself, which is really, you know, by feeding the love within inside yourself is really all about serving God and helping creation out. And by doing so, you'll put yourself in an opportunity to make yourself better available and open, and you'll have a better allowance to get that love back that you all are really seeking. That's the thing about you celebrities. You all have realized now that it wasn't, the money ain't it. It's the love, it's the happiness, it's the family, it's the good relationships, it's the good work, it's doing something that you really feel passionate about, that you would die for, that you know is good for the rest of the world, that you will feel good about going when it's your time to go and meet your maker. So, you know, yeah, I mean, essentially that's what it is. This opportunity, this is a love movement. So the more of a love movement that we got, the more of an ability one's going to be able to connect to other people in a loving manner. So this opportunity would give you celebrities a better ability to find real love, because the situations you're in, it's hard for y'all to know what these females are really about. I mean, you guys got hundreds of millions of dollars in mansions. They come to your house and it's like, wow, I mean, who the fuck isn't going to be like, damn, this is some serious shit you got here. Like, it's hard for them not to be swayed by all this materialism. But if you put yourself in a situation like this, to where you really kind of, you don't have to get rid of it all, but if it's like, this is all that I really care about, is this nature environment, this taking care of the planet, this helping out the kids, this building of a good ecosystem that's good for all of life, the perpetuation of hemp and the nonprofit business, and learning the lesson that money does not bring you happiness. That's what this whole project is about. It's not working for money, it's working about for love. So if you put yourself in there and you find somebody that's really devoutly into it, because you'll see how they interact with the community. You can tell if somebody's being fake or not, especially in a situation like that. Like, if they're really about money and glitz and glory and all that type of shit, they're not going to fit in with the vibe there, this place. So by being in this place, by helping create this place, by helping build this place, you will be able to see who's truly down with this place and who's not. And that will give you a better way to show proof of who really loves love, and who could then love you, for you, not just for your money and with all this other bullshit. So, all right, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.